Hey, and thanks for joining us on another episode of Tai Chi For You. I'd like to start off by saying hi to everyone, the new members. The family's growing. We got people in Australia and people in England now too as well. So, and the states, I was reading them last week to you. We got New Jersey now, and Georgia, Virginia. So the list is growing. Thank you very much for watching and sharing this with all your friends. So tonight, I thought I'd kind of delve a little bit into when did you get the wake up call? When did you get the wake up call to start feeling better, more healthy, do something for yourself? That's really what I'm talking about. There's all kinds of other wake up calls like, yeah, I should have fixed the furnace before before we got a snowstorm. But anyway, so those are the topics I want to kind of touch on. We're not well, we're getting older, so we're not as young as we used to be. So we're not bouncing back from any um, illness or just exterior injury, something like that. So um, you really have to just get rid of those bad habits, and that's kind of the idea of that commitment. When I say yeah, the commitment has to be there, and then you have to have consistency. So we're going to talk again, all those little things to tie it into what Tai Chi is and Qigong and what it can do for you and get you on a track to better health. So we know that movement is medication, and that's one of the sayings that we have here at Tai Chi. But also the idea that movement in everything, in your breath, just in your posture, walking, not just it's just day to day. So not just in your Tai Chi or your Qigong practice. So the whole idea is just you want to try to get to the point where you're your own, or you don't want to be your own worst enemy. You just get out of your head and try to find that centering. We talk about centering or grounded. You could say what gets you in the zone. Some people they just need the right type of music playing, and that calms them down and centers them so they can practice Tai Chi, they can do their taxes, whatever. Again, we're applying the principles to other things in life. So, other people, I know this practice with a flower with meditation. It's the sunflower, and how it just has the outer part and then it goes down, and you focus right on that center of the flower, sunflower. So you could find one of those, find a picture of one of those. Some people, it's the aromatherapy. They get um, whatever cookies baking or something. It's something that just gets them out of that busy mind where they're able to connect with their self. So there's not really any special equipment, special clothing, anything to do Tai Chi. You don't have to be a martial artist in any other form. You don't have to be physically fit. You don't have to have intelligence. All right. You just you want to have that ability to just learn and retain things. So why don't we get up and we'll do a couple of moves. We talked about how movement's medication. The body also likes to start. It likes to move in circles. So we're going to start off warming up. We'll do some circling. We'll do some stretching, and then we'll go into some qigong and tai chi moves. Righty. So as you remember, we started out, and however you can put this into your muscle memory, we're just circling. I'm trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. The arms are extended out. You could do it at what 45-degree angle, but you want to try to just be out to the side. And we do larger circles, so I remember it by basketball. And I'm keeping all the other Tai Chi principles, the tongue on the roof of the mouth, the breathing techniques, the rooting, the groundness. Then we start to turn the palms down and we go into smaller circles, a little more rapid, and I think of a baseball size. So I'm circling with baseballs. Nice breath in, breath out. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction with the basketball, so it's larger, reverse direction, palms up. Good. Then we're going to go into smaller circles with the palms down. Baseball. Talk it, say it, do it, chew gum, stand on one foot. You could add that. Build up some strength that way. Good. And then we did the open and close. Open, close. And you want to see if you can really feel that pull in your back. Try to get those shoulder blades to touch and then back to the front. And then the reaching up. So we're reaching up, just like that. Good. And then we're going to do the same thing, but reach up, and we're going to visualize we're pulling down. Reaching up, pulling down. Pull down, and pull down. Good. And the importance, we talked about bouncing, and let's shake it out a little bit. And I haven't had one, I haven't been on one in a long time, but a trampoline, and they make small ones. So you could get one and see if that would help you learn to bounce again. Because you do, I had to relearn it from being a kid. So it's just gently. Oh, good. There we go. Bounce, 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 bounce. And then you can come up. And one, I don't want to say hard, but firm drop like that. Good. All right. So what that's doing is just, we're moving the chi. And again, if you want to not make it about energy and all that, we're just moving the blood, moving the lymph system, the synovial fluids, all the things that we don't want anything bound up to clog you and slow you down. So let's do the fingers. And we've all had that external awareness of joint stiffness or muscle pain. So, and that's the external factor. Let's do some wrist ones while I talk. So now think about that internal awareness or the chi. It's that energetic body that we talk about. We have the physical body that we can pretty much on command be aware of, but that internal awareness, that's, you have to stop and think about it. Let's do some elbows and wrists and fingers. So we're just going to have that whole idea of just making health a priority now. When we all, let's say we all got that wake-up call. We got to start taking better care of ourselves. It doesn't matter what physical age you are. Energetically, I think everybody's, 7 years old? Ready to go? All right, good. All right, so we warmed up a little bit with the finger circles. Let's do a little bit of that energetic cleaning. So the hands firmly on the small of the back. Visualize where the belly button is. Now on the back side, that's where you want to be, right there. And then we're going to do the palms down. And this is where we draw up earth energy, earth chi. And we're just doing a light wash or a scan, if you want to think of it, maybe as an MRI. And we're just looking to see if you can pick up any stuck areas, anything that's negative, and just toss it. So we'll do 2 washings. There's the breath. And again, if you can feel that and get rid of it, that's great. If not, just think of it as an exercise. And now we go straight down. Nice little clear, just like that. Good. Now we switch because we always try to balance out. So arm comes up. And there's our bone washing or scanning. And we're just moving things, getting them unstuck and released. So it's a nice, even if you just want to think of it as a warm-up for a backhand for tennis or something. Just you're moving and release. And then a nice breath in. And just send it straight down. And what this does, it just opens up we talked about the 3 power centers that we have. And there's meridians, there's where the energy flows. So there's a lot to this internal that you can't see. Just like you can't see all the intestines and heart pumping. There's a lot going on when you're standing still. Everything, a lot of muscles are firing. Everything's just to keep you upright. So let's go into a little bit of the Qigong. We'll stick with that energy field just for now. So we want to have just an open stance with the legs. And then the hands are out to the side. And what we're going to do is just gather. So we pull or drawing water up. And then coming down. And think of it as a French press. We're pushing that energy that we gathered up to just let everything go out. Now we draw up into the heart center. And we want to do a nice cleanse, nice clearing out. So now the energy comes up. It's nice and fresh. It's in your heart. And now you can smile and give it away. And then come back in and reload. So energy up. And then at the crown of the head. And then it just comes down. Think of it maybe as a waterfall. Nice clean water, getting rid of all that dirt and negative thoughts. Let it go. Energy up into the heart. Fill the heart with good energy. Do a nice little wash. Now bring it up and give it away. Come in and reload. Last time. Energy comes up. And does that third one feel like it's going a little bit smoother? Nice little draw up. Nice clean push right down. Give it away. Bring it in and down. Then we do what's called the tiger returns to the mountain. And that's just a gathering. So again, we're all on the same page when we move on to something else. So let's take a moment, rehydrate a little bit. All right, good. And we're back. All right. So the whole idea of this Tai Chi for exercise, for health, when you think about some of the benefits, and I've had students in the past write testimonials, just nothing big, don't sign them, just write down, and I was going to use them as a promotion tool to go to another facility. So, and I think I mentioned it before, I was blown away with some of these answers where this has really helped me with my balance and the confidence level of going up and down stairs. So the simple things that you take for granted Oh, you got the wake-up call about those stairs, didn't you? Well, Tai Chi could help, okay? Think about not that long ago if you had a knee operation, knee surgery, or basically a lot of where they would tell you what? Go home and rest, or something happened, don't move, don't. Now, a lot of times, depending on the situations, they get you up and you're moving around. So there's, again, if this guy or how this came about, it's been known for thousands of years with traditional Chinese medicine. So if they want to take the credit for the faster recovery, then let them. But we all know, right? So practice, and again, the benefits are there with the balance. If you're into meditation and you're not, or you want to try it, but you think it's that, crisscross on a pillow and staring at a candle and all that. Tai Chi is moving meditation. You still have to be centered and have that mindset, but you're able to get more of a, if you want to call it a workout, we're just moving more. So let's see. Just the whole idea of all your systems are going to be able to do their job better with just that breathing technique. Now the lungs are getting rid of that stale air that really doesn't get cycled around unless you're expanding and contracting and getting a deep breath in. And it's just, again, it's helping the heart, the circulatory system. We're moving, we're opening up the joints. We talked about this one, and this one I notice again. When I say things, I do them myself. So I can say the proof is in the pudding. Stick with it, and then in a few weeks you'll be able to get that. Maybe touch your toe or get further from when we do the stretching like that. But I was going to show you this one, where after we did the finger warm up, you can add this to it. There's so many things that fill your toolbox with. But this idea of just getting that stretch forward and backwards with the hands. And I've noticed an improvement myself where there was some, not issues, but there was some stiffness, definitely. And there's more stiffness on this hand. If it's from an old injury or just not using, not stretching, not letting everything that the body's supposed to do. So again, it likes to move. It likes to move in circles. It likes to have enough sleep at night. It likes to have the right food. All those things. So let's do a couple more exercises. And this time we'll bring in the stool. Here's our guest for the week right here. And why don't we do just that leg warm up a little bit. And it's just you can just swing it front to back. This is one variation. And you get to where you can do it balanced. So you can up it a little bit more. Or we could go with just that back lift. And you could just do back lifts. Don't overdo them, but you want to feel that stretch. Or you could do the back, do a few kicks. And then we balance out by the front. Front, front. And you could go into a sort of a pedal. So different variations, but the stool's here for your safety and just your peace of mind. But if you get to the point where you can do anything balanced, it improves everything. Everything's firing to stay calm and centered. Let's see. We can go sideways. We can go out to the side. You don't need the all the yellow and blue and all the bands at the sports you see people do sometimes. You can do it without the equipment, just like that. Good. And a few backs. Add a kick, a few fronts, and you can do a kick. So you can bring it up, kick, in, down. Different ones like that. Let's go with the ankle roll. And you can also get a little bit of that hip with the knee. All three of those loosening up. And both sides. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but if I don't say right foot, left foot, everybody did their best foot forward first. Now, when you switched, it's maybe not as smooth of a circle. Maybe you got to hold on to that chair. You're a little bit jumpy, but that's just human nature when we do anything like that. So, let's do the slow motion hula hoop. This one right here is not just hips. You're getting your lower back. You incorporate the breath. So with this one, when we come to the side and then we go to the back, really kind of stick that booty out there a little bit, but keep the back, that elongated spine, and then swing that hip out to the front, to the side, keep the head up to the back, and reverse it a few times. And again, stay consistent with this. And I feel a difference. I'm more flexible. It's not stiff every time I come around anymore. So it's that lubricating up a little bit. Some of that, this whole pelvic bowl, I guess they call it, this type of area. Let's see. Let's go up a little bit. We always start from the top and go down. Seems like we've been coming up for whatever reason. But we'll try the shoulders next. So just gently circle the shoulders. Incorporate the breath. Try a few in the opposite direction. So this is the easier of some of the shoulder ones. Try this one. Arms are out, and I remember this by calling them Frankenstein arms, okay? But they're relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed. And the only thing that's going to move is you got to kind of visualize internally. But that whole shoulder, maybe sideways. And you won't see much. It isn't a big move, but you start to really feel it in the spine. So it's an out. Maybe think of like a locomotive, like the wheel. Your hands are on the wheel. So it's like that. Good. Now let's move up. We'll go into the neck a little bit and just gently circular motion is certainly one way to do it. And then there's the old up and down. Tuck the chin, look up. Tuck the chin, look up. And then turn to the side. Turn to the side, just like that. Good. So I'm showing you all these for a review purpose. I want you, when you practice at home, get to the point, I think now, where you're able to, you understand it and you have a lot of them memorized. So put them in, well, maybe that's why we started from the bottom up. Just make your practice your own. Start off with some sort of circling. Could be the hula hoop. It could be the basketball one. Remember, the body likes to move in circles first. Then do some of your stretching. You could stretch. Remember this? In gym class, you just reach across. Okay, that's one of them you could do like that as well. Remember the breath. The breath is very important. Let's put one hand on the lower stomach and the other hand up here. And just breathe in and feel that diaphragm dropping and opening up this whole area. Exhale. Push it right in so that air is getting squeezed up and out. Hold that squeeze with your muscles, not just your hand, but the hands there firm. Now inhale, upper breathing. Fill up that upper chest, and then exhale. Release them both. Just like that. Again, build up to that one. If you want to try it sitting down, if you get a little bit dizzy doing that. Because again, you have to relearn how to breathe. Just like you have to relearn how to walk sometimes if you're hung up from an accident or whatever the situation. You're not using any of those muscles. It takes a while. That's what all these rehab places. You go to rehab and you learn. You had an injury up here or something. You have to learn to send the signal through the arms that way. So let's do one more. How about that? Let's do the hold the ball. This one right here, we're visualizing that chi ball. Now, principle of one hand is down, the other hand comes up. Then when they switch, this hand comes down as this one comes up. And it's that 70-30 rule. I'm not overextending. I'm keeping the back nice and straight. Elbows are out to the sides just a little bit. And let's just add a little shifting that weight. Don't turn the body yet. Just shift that weight. Keep the arms doing their muscle memory move. Good. Now let's add shifting that weight, turning the body, and we're going to turn this move right into, somebody say it, wave hands like clouds. Just like that. So you see how the basics evolve? And then the next thing you add is just the legs and how they move with this particular move of wave hands like clouds. Good. And then we gather to tiger returns to the mountain. So let's end. We're going to do an energy ball, and then we'll say our goodbyes. So, hands pushing against each other. Nothing, just firm. Don't overdo anything, okay? And this is where you can calm the mind, center. And when you're ready, you start to peel from the bottom out to where they come apart and join, almost touching. From here, you want to see if you can start to feel that energy or start to, it's there, it's just having the ability to feel it. So we can do something as large as this and see if it sort of comes and then you feel it lessen. Or you can just do smaller ones or play the accordion. Here we go. Pull them out just like that. So we're building up. There's an energetic force. There's tools, there's equipment that measures that. So it isn't just a belief anymore. There is proof. So now we're going to pull the arms apart, make our sword fingers, and we encompass the whole hand. And the intention is now we're going to take that energy and condense it right into the palm. And then just wand, just up and down, and see if it can't pick up some sort of movement. Good. Pull them out. Have our energy ball. Set our intentions. and let it go. So we talked about the energy a lot in the past, but just the whole idea of being an open-minded skeptic. So that's really what I wanted to come across with for the new people. And for ones that have been here for a while, just to let you know, the basics, the masters master the basics. That's again and again and again. You don't really get to the perfect point. You get to the point where it was better than the last one. So if you just want to practice one move, or that side to side, or some of the legs, some of the circling, and get that feeling and get that going deeper, so you're able to have it and own it and make it your own. So I think we're going to be wrapping it up. So with that, good night, everybody, and I'll see you from Florida.